Welcome to Will Forge. Today we will forge. We got I gotta take a screenshot for the stream. Um, I was making this yesterday. It's looking good. Good little block out of a structure here in the middle. The middle area right here is gonna have something interesting, especially interesting, I think. Probably like a little building with like little doors on the sides and stuff, like a little control room, or maybe, and I'll get to that in a second. But for now, let's go from this angle. Maybe. No, I like it over here. This is the side I've built out. Let's do this. Those little guys, they're wavy, white range finders are kind of in the way, but that's no big deal. Go over here, bottom, off, and we will screenshot, and then we'll slap it onto that stream, because the stream didn't have its own image right now. What's going on? There we go. Now I gotta go in here, gotta go to captures. I gotta open that up because it's the wrong, gotta open up in GIMP because it's the wrong file type every time. I normally do this before the stream, but I'm doing this on the stream. Yo, how's it going, photography? What if instead of calling you photography, I start calling you Mr. Studio? Be more, you know, fancy sounding. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Studio. Let's see. So there we go. I'm just gonna slap this image on there. Let's see. I've got a other folder that's already opened to the correct. Why do I have captures open like 6 times? Weird. Okay. Well, anyway. This is cover photos. This should work. And then I'm just gonna slap this one on there really quick. There's no point in going through all the trouble of writing WIP on there. Just call me Chairman. Sounds good. I almost read that as Charmin, like the toilet. Is that correct? Like the toilet company, or the toilet. What do you call it? Toilet paper company. Anyways, you able to help me do some scripting later tonight? Oh yeah, we were supposed to do that yesterday or something. Did we say Thursday or was it Friday? Wednesday. For some reason I forgot, and I thought we had said Wednesday now. But anyway, yeah, I think I probably could do that later tonight. I don't see why not. All my kids are doing their schoolwork. Let's see. So this is what I've got so far. A little basic Forerunner platform that's got some cover, makes some interesting encounters on here, some stuff going on, you know? And it looks like I have a gap. Huh, interesting. Guess I'll grab this. I think that's everything. I also figured out what I was doing wrong that's always making me have that mouse and keyboard problem. That one where I get out and it I finally figured it out. It took me this long, but I finally figured out how to work around it. Okay, there we go. The one where if I select something and I do Control W, it sometimes moves forward a little bit out of its position. Bet I'll be home around 5 your time. Okay, sounds good. So basically, turns out you've got to do this. You got to do this. You got to select it. You have to hit start, and then you got to switch, right? And then you got to move your mouse around. Whenever you hit resume, if I hit Control W immediately, it'll do the thing where it'll take control, but then it'll slide forward. You have to then move your mouse, and then you can do it. I may not even need to do the start menu anymore. In fact, I might be able to just go move mouse and move it enough that it realizes that I've switched, and then whenever I go into Control W, it'll work. So I think I've just been basically going too fast, is what I'm saying. I have essentially been going way too fast, and it's been making me miss my ability to do that. Interesting. Oh, look, we have points. Who would have thought? Not me. Not me. Does anybody watch Hot Ones and understand what that reference was? Oh, let me turn these back on. In Hot Ones, Paul Rudd was on there, and he's just like, who would have thought? Hey, look at us, the two of us. Who would have thought? Not me. Not me. And like, that just lives in my head rent free. I think it lives in a lot of people. The Wings, yeah. I think it lives in a lot of people's heads rent free because it's like, it became a thing apparently. That like, he quoted it back to, like the dude at Hot Ones has quoted it back to the interviewer. What's his name? Oh yeah, that 2-person meme. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's weird. It's such a weird meme because like he's quoted it back to other actors and stuff like that over the years since then, and I'm always like, hey, he said the thing, and then he's done. It's just weird. Okay, anyway, so this thing will, yeah, it's shrinking that way. I don't want to shrink it that way. Okay. Right, I was going to delete this because this piece is the same thing, but complete, so you can actually mirror it. Because I can then, like, for example, duplicate it over here, and then do this side. And make it like an entryway ramp. Over here, I've got this light going into this. And, as it stands, I've just got it. I was gonna make a ramp over here and possibly rearrange this a little bit. But then I was like, if I just put a ramp here, it won't be like I described originally. Originally, remember, I was describing it like, okay, so you can get up into the middle area from here, but it takes longer to get up there than it would to go through your building and man cannon onto there. So I've got the, let me show you the man cannon real quick. So I've got the man cannon set up. Let's see. Basically, go up here. There's a man cannon here. Oh wow, this man cannon is messing up because of that wall there. Oof. I was gonna fix that, but oh no, it's because I've got another. That's dumb. It wasn't the wall. It was this thing because I was considering switching it out for a hard light. Like a bridge that would appear instead of a man cannon. But let's see. The not me meme from Hot Wings reminds me of the time I got the cute cashier's number. Right? Oh, well that was janky. But yeah. It's great. You wanna... Did you think about launching me? I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I'm hitting the roof. Okay, so something weird is going on. I think it has to do with my trajectory. I think I maybe went too high with it. Because I think it's messing up. Yeah, so basically, yeah, that was definitely one of the best memes to come out of an interview I've ever seen. There are a couple of other random memes that have come out of interviews, actually, but that one in particular was great. Because it was just pure Paul Rudd, like, charisma creating it in the first place. And then, what's his name? The guy who's with Hot Ones, he always says his name at the beginning of every interview, and I don't remember it. Okay, so I might need to do away with this doorway and put a different doorway on the outside, because this is getting in the way. Let me see. I haven't saved it, so if anything goes wrong. You didn't see anything falling from the sky in the distance. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm finna be ballsy with her. I'm gonna ask her on a date, Lamau. It's a great idea. See? Instantly into, like, I didn't want it to land behind the cover entirely. Well, maybe I should, since it's a building you have to earn. But basically, if I wanted to land sort of just past, I want you to land and slide, so I sort of like put it hitting right there, right behind cover, like at the edge of full cover. So that you'd sort of slide so that if you do take that jump, people over here actually have a chance to respond before you hide and then pop out and get them, you know what I mean? Especially because you don't know they're coming and suddenly they're flying at you like and then you land. I don't want them to immediately then get cover, so that was kind of how I have it set up, but it's not necessarily how it's gonna be if I feel like it does need to go to full cover. It also might make more sense to put this paneled side on the, like, turn it around. But anyway, yeah. That would be ballsy. You should do it. You should definitely do it. So the weird thing is trying to figure out these. And I don't know if I like them anymore. Just the solid panels would look better, I think. Even though there'd be way more objects. Bet. I'll let you know how it goes. Sounds good. And you can, hopefully it goes well. And if it doesn't, don't sweat it. Just do the thing. Let's see. I need to work on, let's see. Let's do this one. No. Where's a good snapping point here? I hope so too. When was the first time you went on a date with your wife? We had gotten out of, okay, well there's like just talking. We had gone to like to a few places like McDonald's on lunch while we were both working at Electronic Arts. And then eventually there was a what do you call it, a Halloween party that we didn't go there as a date, but we ended up becoming a date. And that became like our sort of our first date, our first real official date. We went to the park. Went to the park and stayed up all night so we could watch the sunset, or the sunrise, I mean. We were there well, we kind of got there late, so it's actually already, yeah. But we basically just stayed there all night and then watched sunrise, and we brought breakfast stuff with us and everything. It was pretty cool. Let's see how well this will work. I think that looks good. It actually isn't as detailed as that one. Maybe because of the texture I have chosen. Because mine, it just looks different, you know? I might need to put this one in here. And then maybe put some version of those over here. Let's see. Sounds lovely. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's not exactly the same piece, because as you can see, like, that part is up here. So it's actually more like, I've got it set up more like this. Oops. I've got it set up more like this instead of the other way. Which is fine, because that means I know how to make it fit correctly. Like, I could even theoretically replace this one with this. Like that. I don't hate that, but I am going to not do it. And the reason is because on its own, it looks good. But whenever this piece is right here, it looks like a duplicated piece. It's like two of the same piece. It's not small enough in scale. It's like adjusted in scale enough to be like, oh yeah, that's definitely something else. You know what I mean? Or that registers as something else. Instead, it kind of just comes off as the same piece. So I'm actually going to put this over here and do it this way. Like I was going to do it. Yes, it was very lovely though. I'm going to attach that to there probably, or maybe, yeah. I think that might work. No, I'm going to have to bring it into, to connect it to the rails. But anyway. And then I'm going to probably have to bring it over more toward the thing like that. There we go. And that looks like it would work. Dun, 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 dun. I used to listen to this in my car all the time. Like literally every day on the way to work. I would listen to the album. The CD. Why am I being so harsh? It wasn't that seedy. That was a terrible joke. And if anybody laughed, you should be as ashamed as me for saying it. Okay. Move the mouse around enough that it doesn't cause the mess up. Yeah. That's the thing I finally discovered yesterday, which apparently was super obvious, and I should have known. I listened to the Halo 2 OST on my way to work earlier today and yesterday. Yeah, that's a good one too. They're both top-notch. Now I listen more to the ODST soundtrack. Like I used to listen to the Combat Evolved one until I went, I'm gonna go get ODST and burn that onto his disc. And then I started listening to the ODST soundtrack after that, and now I just only listen to this ODST basically, and Reach. But I now have playlists on YouTube that I just listen to all of them, kind of really. So, like this one, which is just a YouTube playlist. Why are these so? Oh, they are the correct brightness. Yeah. What is happening here? Oh, right. I adjusted the height. And this thing is one of those rails. That's all the weirdness that's happening here. So I need to make this taller, steeper. Let's see. Okay. Reach and ODST have some fire soundtracks. Absolutely. ODST's soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. Possibly the best soundtrack I've ever heard. Like, it easily rivals, like, Star Wars and everything else. I don't know if I'm going to leave that there just like that, or if I'm going to add something. Like I could, for example, add... Okay, watch, I'll show you. This is what I'm thinking about adding. Because it'll make a cool grenade spot to toss a grenade at. Wait, which one is it? This one, I think? Yeah. If you bring this down... This is the short one. Those are the tall one, so it'll look different. Wait. No, these are the same, aren't they? No, they're not. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So if I do this, then what I can do is I can actually attach it to there, right? Oh good, I've got a middle piece. Oh, I don't have a middle piece on the other one though. Oh well. And then I can scale it to be... Oop, that's not what I want. I definitely want to do this. Oh no. think the most important thing is not psych yourself out whenever you go on your date. If she takes a date, she might have just, you know, she might say no. Who knows? We'll find out. Just to not sweat it. That's the important thing. Alright. So moving the mouse doesn't just switch it anymore. It used to. It used to every time, but you gotta. That's why I had to go into the menu. Now I remember. And then hitting Control W doesn't switch. So you used to like the mouse and switching, like adjusting it would switch it to mouse and keyboard. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I think I might. Go all the way up to there for sure. See, so what I was thinking was that first of all, that just looks pretty good from down here. But most importantly is if you toss a grenade, like if you wanted to make a grenade fall right here, you could theoretically try to hit that spot. Well, you just hit the roof. It doesn't really matter. Missed it and hit the roof and went, oh wait, I'm dumb. Not necessary. But anyway, and then I can make this deeper. Make it kind of go all the way across to where it starts to slope. Just make it a cool, like, fin thing coming out of the bottom of it. As opposed to just a little weird external, you know, extra bit that just was poking through. Like, I could have just made that piece up there shorter and clipped it through differently and not put a slope, but put like a block down here or something like that, or made the slope really long or something, but I liked the idea of it poking through and then fixing it up to make it look nice. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it like that. Might need to add more embellishments down here to fill in all these giant flat areas so they don't look so dull. But they're a good canvas as they are right now. Also kept the floor perfect. Like all of the you know, textures are right. Let's see. Yeah, true, exactly. Yeah, you don't wanna be freaking out. So I think that. Okay, so I'm gonna have a ramp coming down here and going over here to this, and I think I'm gonna make it to where you probably will be able to jump and clamber onto that piece, onto the you know, onto that walkway. In some way, just because I still have to put some sand down here and everything, so I'll be able to position that as needed. I think, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna copy this one because it's already kind of long and thin, and we're gonna move it over here. It looks like it's about the same size too, and I'm not gonna use a slope because I don't actually want this to be. So basically, I want this to be more catwalk looking and not like a you know, a bridge, like a triangle that has a slope on it. More importantly than that, though, I also am looking at it and going, man, I might have a fancy piece to put here, and this might be sort of silly to just to go with this as it is. I'll BRB. Okay, sounds good. Also, though, I might try and emulate this in some way. I don't think there's a texture that looks like this, though. This is an actual Forerunner ramp. And the Forerunner ramp is nice, but it also is, like I said, squared off on the bottom. I need like a Forerunner bridge or something like that. And those Forerunner bridges we were looking at, you know, there's catwalks and stuff like that, and none of them make any sense. Actually, this beam might make a decent bridge all on its own. Let's go there and let's widen it out. See how that looks. Oh, it widens on both sides. That's cool. Actually, like that. I prefer that. I mean, it doesn't widen on both sides. I mean, it widens on one side because that means you can scale it this way and then go. Yes, it's in the exact same position as the other side now. Who would have thought? And then I can... oops, that's not what I want to do. Oh, nope, it didn't switch. Resume. Nope, it's not switching to mouse and keyboard. There we go. And then go in here. Bring it up. Oh boy, I'm on the wrong thing. Gotta bring it back again. Go to the red, bring it up. I think that I want this one to be the dominant and to go back like this, so it matches where those rails are without messing up my texture over here. Yeah, and there's no lip or anything. That looks good. This is actually wide enough for a vehicle, so it's going to be interesting if you bring a mongoose up here. But let's see now. Now we can go and... Oh no, don't tell me they did that. Come on, guys. Their origin point isn't touching the edge. There isn't like inside of the metal. Like, if they move their origin point inside of the model, then whenever they stretch it, or inside of this line at least, then whenever they stretch it, then all of the vertices that are in the same line as it, like lined up with it that way, will stay put, unless they have their system designed in a weird proprietary way where, watch this, is going to also mess it up this way. Yeah, just look at that. Okay, well, that's fine, because I guess I want to grab a scale that matches what I want, and not just go with whatever. Yeah. Is that the right height? Okay, so you definitely can't clamber onto that. And then that'll come down, and it needs to go over to here. I was thinking about putting a platform, having it go under that one, and then come this way. So that's why I kind of ended there. I think that might be... Let's redo rotation on this. Actually, wait. Is that the right way? Yes. Yes, that's the right direction. Okay. So if we take this one, and we go this way, and let's just snap it to that height for now and see how that looks. And make it go this way. And then I'm going to add some angles to it. Doesn't look bad. Let's see what the height is for this, if there's good clearance for your head. I don't think Forerunner structures go that close to your head. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I need to bring this down anyway, so I'll bring them both down at the same time. And that will get me my distance. Mouse. Still have mouse. And there we go. Go to there. There we go. Back. Nice. Are you going off to text there and see if you could set up a date? Or was it unrelated? I like this because also that means that this area is now more useful because you can straight up jump down on people and it's not just like I come to the end of this and go after that fusion coil. In fact, I'm probably going to delete this. Unless I wanted to put this higher. Like, those are pretty high over there. But if I lifted this up a little bit higher, I made you have to really work at it to get up there, then I could theoretically put a small light bridge over to that. And as long as this thing was something you had to like clamber onto, which would be pretty cool because this one's closer to the bases, you know, and it's in the middle of the map. So having to clamber onto it would give people that last half second to get them before they grab the fusion coil. And fusion coils are much more like destructive, or like they can be blown up way easier. So it might be cool to do that. I could even make it still a sloped, you know, light bridge, like a little light ramp, so to speak. Unrelated, I had to make a phone call. I'm gonna stop by where she works after I clock out because it's better for us to talk in person at IMO. Or Lamau, yes, I agree. Yeah, for sure. Let's duplicate this and see if it's the right height to go down here. It is not. This one will be much, much shorter and shallower. Let's do this. Make it ooh, no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. There we go. Man, that's getting weird. And that is too shallow. Oh, wait. No, wait. It may not be. Hold on. Stand by. There we go. Still too shallow. Okay, cool. Good to know. I also don't like the angle. I would rather be more like this anyway. Like, maybe that. And then we'll adjust the height. Go down. It's a really weird piece to work with. I might want to put it into a mound of sand around it, though, so I'll probably leave it like this. Although I do think this one can be wider. Gonna make it shallower, then I'm gonna make it wider, too. Oof. Yeah, I really need to put like a mound of sand there or something. Because I just feel like shallower ramps need to be the wider ones. I don't know, it's just something in my head. Some gamer thing. She remembers all of the small details I tell about my life, and she brought it up yesterday. Oh, nice. Yeah. Sounds like you've got someone very interested. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad either. Ooh. Hard to say which one. Banished trim? Yeah, I don't think so. So Forerunner trim. This one's the original. Looks like a column, but this one looks like a ramp. This one doesn't look bad either, but this one, and this one looks like a lot of the Halo Reach Forge World objects looked like this for their ramps, and they were Forerunner. So I might go with that. What does it look like up top? Just keeps going as the same in a way that's kind of like uninspired. This way feels different even though it's the same. I don't know. Hard to say. Oh, what the heck happened here? This got unaligned. Misaligned. No, it just wasn't apparently clipping all the way through like it should have been. Let's see. You're saying something. Indeed. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That sounds like you got something going on. See, so you're gonna have to... Right. Let me put a piece of sand here real quick. Something not too crazy. Do I have something over here I can just copy? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. One idea, actually, where'd it go? There it is. Would be to come over here with this, scale it down exponentially. Maybe scale up the height, so whenever it comes down, it... No, actually I do want the height to be a little lower. There we go. Sort of feed back into that one in a nice way. Give us a bit of a slope up for the ground back here. So you can get up here much easier. But yeah. Okay, so anyway, what I was going to do is come up here. You had to come all the way up here, and then you'd finally get to the middle. This would not be there. I'm just going to drag this over here and, out the way. And at that point, there you'll be up here. See what I was thinking? Here's what I was thinking. This is my crazy, interesting idea for the mid, and you tell me if this is dumb. So hex pillar. Which one is it? Which one's the hollow one? I feel like it's this one. Nope, it's not. Okay, I gotta look down from above. Let's see. It's early on in the hex columns, I thought. There it is. So you got your you know, oh no. You've got your hollow hex, right? It's gonna go in the middle. I'm just gonna stick it here for now. And then you're gonna have another one. And maybe they're gonna feed into another structure above them or below them or whatever. Not quite sure yet. And then in between those, gonna have a team blockers that keep you from going in there. And I'm gonna have either glass with like support and stuff like that feeding through them. Like, let's see. If you take something like this, right? And if you snap into position, and then you make it really thin, or just use one of the pieces that are already thin, but we'll see. And you bring it down to like here, and you go up. This is just a preliminary concept. And you basically manipulate it just the right way. You can make something kind of like, yeah, we'll do this, that, right? And then you go this way, and you mirror it, and you put it over here. And you got something more like a Halo 3 kind of strange shaped, you know, angled structure. I'm gonna bring it over into the middle of it a little bit, and I might just I would mirror it if this is going to be the final version. They don't appear to be lining up exactly, but we'll figure that out in a minute. The point is that then you put glass through it. I think Forerunners would have a thinner, maybe even thinner this way, so I don't know if this one would be the one I'd use. But anyway, the point is that then you put glass panels, something that shows up, so it's not 100% transparent, even though Forerunners, you know. Well, no, you can always see their glass. I was going to say they probably would be, you know, technologically advanced enough to definitely have transparent windows everywhere, but no, they actually keep their windows not transparent, probably on purpose. And then, why is it not scaling? And then you scale it. Let's go there and snap into position. Almost. And then, you know, oh jeez, come on. Foreigners love their glass. Let's see. Sounds cool. Cool. And then what we do is just scale it up until we've got a good height. Alright, and then basically it'd be something like that, right? And then what we do is we grab and go all the way up here if we need to. Depends on how tall we actually make this thing. And we go to gameplay. Gameplay. Where is it? It's in equipment, I believe. No. Where is it? I think it's in. I thought it was in here. Let me. No, I definitely didn't misread it. No. Okay. Teleporters, vehicles, weapons, volumes. Teleporters, scripting, sandbox. Is it in sandbox? Yeah, it's in sandbox. So then we take our fusion coil, right? And we put it in the middle. It doesn't have to be this thick. We could actually even make like thinner ones and then make a couple of them. And we set its spawn timer, right? Go down here to timer, yeah, despawn. I could make it not explode if I did this. Timer on, no. Abandoned or disturbed, so as soon as it starts falling, it's abandoned and disturbed. So then we can do the timer delay and make it take like, I don't know how long it'll take to fall down this fall, probably just 4 seconds, we'll just go with that. And then respawn timer will be every 10 seconds. We'll do that. Death/deletion. Actually, I could even do disturbance and make it respawn every couple of seconds. No, then it would just loop. No, we want death/deletion. So once it despawns, it will then take 10 seconds and respawn. And hopefully it won't hit the ground before it, and explode before then. And actually, let's select all of our pieces. Let's see, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And move them away from this bridge because they're right above the bridge. They're just going to hit that bridge and explode, and we don't want that. Let's go put them like right there, and then we can observe them. And then once we start, it should fall through. We'll see. Yeah, that definitely hit the ground before I despawned it because it exploded. I need to despawn it faster. But the point is that it'll look like you are... I could even actually make them go up instead by spawning them, dropping them on a grav lift, and have them be launched up. And then, as they fly up through the tube, despawn them. So that it looks like they're being sent up and then teleported out to these things, these little spires. And actually, if I did a lot of these, I could do 4 of them. Or I could, like, put a few more of these, like, out there in the what do you call it? If I put, like, 1 or 2 of these out there near the edge of this platform, to make it look like they continue out and keep going, then yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think that would work out very nicely. And so basically, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spawn them in, grav lift them, shoot them up, and then they'll go up, and I'm not gonna script anything that's gonna delete them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have them fly up and then despawn them after a timer, so I don't have to use any scripting or anything like that. No volumes that they have to enter or anything like that. Just when this thing is done moving, after it's been disturbed, once it's done moving, it will just despawn itself without using any additional budget. And I can do a couple of these like shoots and have them come up into like a shape up here of some kind, and sort of like act like they're being teleported across the map. And then that means that you will have these spires between you and opposite tower, but towers will dominate. So actually these towers will not be able to duel each other, which, well, they might be able to. It depends on how I set it up. If I make them really thin X's, like thin enough, like, okay. Obviously they don't need to be any thicker, very much thicker than an actual, you know, an actual fusion coil. I don't want them to hit the side walls, so I need to line them up perfectly with like the grav lift. But basically, yeah, I can do this and have them shoot up the tube and then feed into something larger. So then that would be a much thinner, like, line. And then you could duel with the opposite tower. And then I'd have like 4 of them, and I would have them around in such a way that, like, organized around maybe a central hex. Each of them is a hex shape. So if I had like 4 of these around some central hex, then that would make a really interesting shape anyway. And that central hex could be a platform you can jump between these tubes onto, to sort of like as a something to do up here. Like I think I'm gonna leave that cube where it is because it's centered. But basically, if I had like a hex here that you that the rest of them are touching, that you could just jump into and jump out of, and I could put a power weapon on it, that sort of thing. That would be pretty ideal. And then, of course, this needs to be shorter. Like, if I could maybe get it just to despawn at the right timing for this, that would be perfect. And then have the windows be, like, at eye level here. Or maybe something like at eye level here, to give the idea that, like, this is the monitoring platform that a Forerunner might have gone to, so that it could look around and watch the, and make sure that everything's working correctly here, or maybe even control it in some way. Let's see, let's go down here, and I'll duplicate it. So we've got that. Let's rotate it 15 degrees so that it lines up. If I put them on the corners like this, then you can jump through them like that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I was gonna put them on the flats, and then I realized that that's not what I want to do. And I also want to grab that and make it angled with my platform. There we go. And I can actually use this little cutout divot thing and put like a little column in it or something to that effect to make it look really nice. But yeah, power weapon up here. You can get to it from all sides of this bridge. Something to that effect. And I might make this bridge. I'm obviously going to angle this bridge a little differently because the way that it's scaled could be better. I'd rather it kind of go alongside this angle here to make it more aesthetically pleasing. Like this. Which would be more like hopping into it rather than, you know, the other thing. But let's see how well these all... Let's see, I definitely want one above it. And I wasn't planning to make that first. I was going to make another one and off to the side, but let's do that. Ooh, all the way over there. That's weird. What a weird thing to do, Forge. Okay, so I'm using these, and they've got their... They have a cutout side as well. Oh no, it's a weird, like, divot side. I could use that, actually. Like, okay, here, I'll explain. If I go like this, and make it meet up just like that, and it looked like it was attached in a much more interesting manner, which would mean that this one would need to tilt this way, and then be in the same boat. See what I mean? And that might be pretty interesting looking. And it would give you a flat surface to sort of like look into the window to see them coming up. I might also raise them up so that the tech looking edge here is higher up, so it's almost like the tech is accessible from inside here. Or I might just put little holograms, like control terminal kind of hookups sort of thing. I'm probably going to flip these over because the thicker edge is more appealing for what I'm doing. I'd like it to be the same thickness on the top and bottom, I think. So that it looks like a continuous tube instead of like a lid in a bottom. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. how to explain how that aesthetically works, but... yeah, so then I'm going to snap that onto there, and I'm going to turn off magnets before something bad happens. Where's my rotation? Okay, I need it to start here. There we go. So I can actually see what I'm doing while looking down at it. Okay. This would mean that whatever my support is here either needs to get thinner as it comes out, or it needs to be thinner than the actual cutout, if I do anything at all. I might just leave it as a texture, as an interesting texture. Let's see, okay. Okay, so then this one, and why is that one not magneting? Oh, because it's not the, jeez, okay. So it's gotta be the last one I selected for that, but it needs to be the first one I select for the rotation, or else the rotation's up there. So I guess I'm just going to settle for rotation not being visible and let me just blindly rotate, because I definitely wanted to go with the snapping. That gets me my height perfect. Ooh, middle looks alright so far. Cool, cool. I'm going to probably have to get rid of some of that scratching in the middle there. I mean, it's protected by all this stuff around it, so. I think at this scale, this little... Like at the scale of these little, if I wanted to do this and I wanted to use this support, I think that the scale, to scale it down to that point, will actually make it so thin this direction that it will look good for a Forerunner structure. And maybe if I line it up like this instead. Nah, I don't think I'm going to use this piece. Like it's not bad for some places, I'm sure, but I think it's not good for this particular use that I was going to use it for. They give it a weird techie kind of panel looking piece here actually, but I don't think I don't really like it. I don't think I'm going to do it. Okay, then I'll move on and just delete these things. The glass is fine. I could probably reuse it for all the other glass pieces. But the point is I need to make a little hex of glass panels, which, or energy barriers, and then use a, ooh, yeah, I'll have to use glass. If I combine it with energy barriers, that's fine, but I need to use glass, I realized. Or I could do an effects. If I do a single plasma beam effect, then they'd see this light beam going through, and then you'd see every now and then a fusion coil shooting up through it. You see what I mean? So that might be cool. Let's see. It'll be really cool whenever you can scale effects. Can't wait for that. Won't that be nice? It must be nice. It must be nice. Oh, I guess I don't own the rights to that song, and I'm on stream. I need to not sing that. Oh, my music stopped. Ah! Ah! Yes, continue, please. This is good music for making Forerunner structures, too. Good theme for it. Okay, so now you can clamber on this side, or if you're a good player, you can crouch jump it. And over here, you've got an easy access. So you've got your high part and your low part. You might notice that these overlap opposite sides, and I think that that's not going to work, and this diagonal will not be able to be sloped like this. I'll have to find another piece that'll work here, like the ones that have the angle cut out in the corner and then come back in, and that would work out just fine because it'd go over and it would angle and then go back in. Maybe that'll work. We'll see. But yeah, then it needs to go up into an object in the middle, but let's go see what this looks like from across. How thin they are. Yeah, you can still snipe across from one tower to the other, especially if you go over here, you'll be able to see it. Because that is behind the tower, so it's really, the tower is like going to be about there. So you will be able to snipe over there, but you'll be able to come this way, and whatever's on top of these tubes, whatever I end up putting on top of these tubes, which may just be another hex, I don't know, but it'll probably be a hex with something on top of it. Like a giant hex for a platform that connects all of them, and then something that comes out of it. But the point is that, yeah, you'll come around here, and you'll be able to snipe. You'll be able. In other words, you'll have a place where you can choose to angle yourself over here so that you can't be sniped from the other side. But as soon as you go to come over here, you'll be sniped. So I may have to just give a reason for having to switch sides in the way that the wall is structured, and get that set up. But yeah. Anyway, okay. So now we need that central, like I was saying. I think I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this, bring it up, and make it really flat. And then bring it back down to the correct spot. And then scale it up. Oop, that's not what I want to do. Oops. Unmagneted. There we go. Yeah, this way. So I end up with it growing the same on all sides. Is it not growing the same on all sides? Okay, that's really weird. Really weird. Oh well. This is where I can use those cutouts for something. On the sides. I may even replace that one with one that's like, it doesn't have the cutouts. Because this one's cutouts could theoretically actually do something. Okay, so I definitely need to turn off magnets and bring it down so I can see how I'm clipping into these. Like right there isn't bad, but I think it can come back a little bit more. In fact, I might line it up with... No, I don't want to line up too much with it. Let's see. And this side apparently is the deciding factor on here, which is actually pretty perfect, actually. Oof. What's this? Is this thing not centered? Oh, because I had to hand place these columns. I bet this one's not the same spot as the others. And you come down here and maybe bring it back in a little bit. Well, no, that wasn't too much of a difference. Oh, it was enough though. Look at that. And then while magnets are turned off, I want to go up so those you know, those these gray bits, the techie parts are exposed to give a good transition into that. So that you'll look up and you'll see something. It's not going to be, I don't know, this isn't super Forerunner looking. Starting to deviate pretty heavily outside the Forerunner visuals. I don't know about you guys, but maybe I can rein it back in though with the idea of these cutouts and the columns I was going to put inside of them. So let's try that. Let's find some good looking supports or columns or what have you. Let's see. If we go to Forerunner, let's see. Like I could use these some more, but I think I'm overusing them. I kind of want to use this maybe. Or this. That would be interesting. If I scale it down and fit it into... How's it going, Aaron? Let's see, if I scale it down, let's do those trees fit on there? On here. I haven't actually tried them yet because I was building this Forerunner structure all yesterday and I wanted to finish it up today. Or get it closer to being finished anyway. Okay. So I haven't tried them, but I did bookmark them so that I could try them. So I can try them now that you're here. Yeah, no, I was just waiting for you to be here. Yeah. Totally. So this is kind of starting to look like one of their ships. You know what to do. Exactly. Yeah, let's try them. I'm gonna put them on here. That'll be cool. It'll create a little bit of a visual. Okay, I need to go up to prefabs. Okay, woodland tree, birch tree, birch tree, birch tree, birch tree, classic ladder, woodland tree, birch tree, autumn, very cool. Full cherry blossom. These ones with the lights are not loading in correctly for me. And I have a feeling that it's because the lights haven't been like baked and stuff, but let's see. Woodland tree large. Okay. So it's acacia tree 2, right? Oh. So we've got acacia tree 2. Let's go put it on the edge. Make it lean out a little bit. Seems cool. And into the sun. We'll put this one in the middle of the ramp. Now we'll put it over here. I like the way the light shines through them, Aaron. They look great. This isn't even baked lighting yet. So tell me about, since we saw this thing, maybe you can just explain it to me. So if I was trying to do full cherry blossom... Oh, okay, yeah, you just have to place it down first. But if you put it too close to a non-cherry blossom tree, this is why you really want to be careful with your cherry blossoms and things. You missed acacia 1. Oh, I did. I think I placed acacia 1... Yeah, acacia tree. Is this correct? Is it just acacia tree? Or is it named acacia 1? If you named them like 1 of 1, or like 1 of 3, or something like that, then people will know to go look. Hate that cherry blossom so much. Oh, is it because it invades other trees? Looks so cool. Nice. I wonder if you can climb into any of them. Yes. Look at me. I'm a sniper jackal from Halo 3. It'd be funny to make a hills in King of the Hill be in a bunch of tree branches. Let's see. Uses lights and it visually looks horrible. I mean, it doesn't visually look horrible. I think it looks great. Especially whenever you're like in the game and don't have those giant green things and all those lights. It probably is the most expensive tree you have. I bet, because of how many lights are involved. So I can understand your hate for it, I guess. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. But like, you could, for example, be like, yeah, look at this. And you could cling it to a cliff and have, not here, because that's, yeah, we're gonna go find a different cliff. And then, yeah, cling it to a cliff. I see what you mean. It does cause light issues. You'd have to find a good spot for it. It's like a dynamic object. That's all it is. It's like a dynamic object. You have to let the object tell you, like, dictate to you how the area looks. You can't just like find a spot and then you can't just build a spot and then fit it in there. You know what I mean? So if you treat the soccer tree like a, see, this is how I was going to use it anyway. It was up on cliffs. Okay, uses lights and visually looks horrible. See, I like it. It's not my most expensive. Willow tree is. If you want it on a cliff, use the overhang one. I made overhangs specifically for cliffs. Yeah, very nice. I'll do that. I think whenever I make mine that uses them a lot, I probably won't be able to place like 100 of them like I was thinking about, like I was envisioning. But I can definitely place enough along the cliff and then a few back behind it to try and imply that up on the cliff there's more of them. But I need to be able to scale effects for that and a bunch of other stuff, so. Ooh, another thing is, it's alien sakura trees, right? It's alien cherry blossoms, which means it's, you know, we're not on Earth. This is on a Halo. Sure, maybe these are from Earth from back whenever humanity was, you know, brought out to the Halos and, like, you know, tortured and stuff. But like, maybe that's how it got here. But most likely, this is not technically a sakura tree. Maybe it's a bioluminescent sakura tree. Maybe the light is intentional. Just maybe. And maybe I would add another light that makes a nice gradient, like one more light that sort of like fades out slower. Did you check the overhang ones yet? No, I have not. In fact, where is it? Cherry Blossom. Is it called Cherry Blossom Overhang? Oh, Overhang Cherry Blossom. Here we go. I have not checked this one yet. I added them to my list and then started doing Forge because I was trying to go as quickly as I could to get into Forge. So I could actually, like, so I wouldn't look like I was, so I wouldn't miss my stream today, basically. Actually, I added them yesterday, but it was same thing. Same thing, different story. Let's see. My angling of it might have been, you know, improper, but I like making them look like they're grabbing onto the rock because it looks a little bit more alien world. But it's not like necessary. Like they're obviously designed to like look proper. I like that one too. That looks great. Actually, I shouldn't have deleted the other one because having them side by side would have been cool. Let's do that. Cherry blossom. Where is it? There it is. Full cherry blossom. Let's put this one here. And kind of tilt it out like it's an overhang tree. Not too much, just enough that from below it looks, you know, appropriate, and we can actually give the overhang more of its own center, its own defined location by moving it away. Yeah, I could do stuff like that, a couple of those. And the result would be something where then I'd have the petals falling down from them, but like I said, I need to be able to scale effects for that, and I can't find the effect that I saw in the pre-leak build. That goes hard, not gonna lie, right? With the sunset, like, I mean, hold on. Even better. My sun is not. Let's see. Good angle, wrong. No. Wait, hold on. Was it this? No, that's making it down. Lower. There we go. Look at that. With the sunlight shining through them and then glowing pink. That looks really dope. And I would just need, like, to place a few more of them. If I, like, you know, placed another one of these over here, adjust its angle so it doesn't look like it's the same tree. Because that's oftentimes all it takes. And then, you know, try and keep it from making a spot on the ground where that might be visible from below, but that spot won't be. Let's see. I have autumn variants on birch trees. I wanted to do red maple, but red is finicky. Is it as finicky as basically the pink? Let's see. How do the lights and foliage work together like that? Could you do like fall like colors, like orange red? Did you check the overhang ones? Oh yeah. I think that he can do that, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Since red maple needs to be a deep red, but the darker the color is, the less the lights cover the bush. Oh, gotcha. So basically, it won't bleed. It won't change the actual color all the way if it's darker, because it doesn't. They're already green light. Basically, he put these lights here that are they're so strong. They're changing the color from the basic green. If you go like really close in here, you can kind of find a leaf or two that didn't change color, and that's which is cool to me because cherry blossoms do have green areas in them. This is perfect. But the point is that and then he's got the those green areas inside are great. This is awesome. Let's see, true, what's your gamer tag, and would you mind me using these on the castles I'm working? I would definitely give you credit for them. He's got them all up there. Yeah. He's got them all on already. They're prefabs. They're already, what do you call it? This is the visual I was going for, that I was envisioning in my head. So whenever you told me they had lights on them, and I was like, yeah, but I'm going to have the sunlight behind them. And then you tested it that one time, like 2 months ago, and you were like, actually, that kind of works. I was like, yeah, that does work. That's exactly what I want. So yeah, this is what I was going for my cliff map. But yeah. Or if I was a mod here, I'd post a link. Oh yeah, you're not a mod on my YouTube channel. You could. Huh. Let's see. Add as managing moderator. Is now a managing moderator for your channel. Why not? You're moderator of my Discord. Why would I not put you in as a moderator on my channel? I have no idea what powers a moderator has on YouTube though, so I may look into that and see if there are ways of editing that and make sure I didn't just give you like ultimate power to delete all my videos or some shit. Like, who knows? You might have a prankster vibe in you. I've never met you in person. I don't know if you have a secret prankster vibe behind the screen. Who knows? I don't use Discord. Damn it, lol. One sec. Well, I'm gonna send you the link posted in your chat. There we go. No, yeah, you got it already. There you go. That would be cool. Now you can, like, if anyone else also, like, if Ocom comes in here, he's like, yeah, I've got this thing. You'd be able to like get with him and get his link and post it for me, or I could do it if you're not here, I could do it if you're not feeling like it. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna have a cool cliffside map that's gonna go with that aesthetic. Mod on YouTube streams is deleting messages and is exempt from link deletion. Oh, cool. Okay, so yeah, that's not overpowered at all. That's exactly what I would have wanted to put on there. So yeah. Now you can troll everyone, delete all their messages. Yeah. Can also time out people or ban them. Oh, that's good. A lot of times I won't even notice what's happening in chat for like a couple seconds, as if I need to tell you that. And I'm a little bit late to the to reading it, and so you maybe I don't want any major offensive thing on there for like a solid like minute while I haven't noticed that someone sent a message. So that's perfect anyway. Having at least one other person there to be a second set of eyes is good. Like, even if you're not here all the time, it still is good to have you be able to do that some of the time. So yeah. My link showed up. Yeah, it did for me. Can also time out people or ban them. It did for me, but I guess it may show up for me anyway because I'm the streamer. So I guess, yeah, we need to know from somebody who isn't the streamer. Okay, so here is what I was thinking originally. Yes, it is. Sick, did. Nice. So I'm gonna go down and put that light right along the bottom there. Like it's supposed to be there. That clips through there. Okay. Never mind, never mind. I can't go that far in. I was thinking about going all the way in like that. I could actually link it to that one. And then like center it a little bit. And that might actually be good looking. Let's see if clipping into there is terrible looking or good looking. Let's see, let's see. Kind of terrible looking. Okay, I don't know if I can use these lights to my advantage then. Because they're kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I can go in here like this. But yeah, that's the aesthetic I wanted to go for my for the map. You know what? You know what? Screw it. We're going full Forerunner. I'm gonna put an energy ball in the middle between these two. Yeah. You know what? These are the wrong color gray. Every one of these. I want them to be more like they're part of this structure, not part of something that's supposed to be underground, you know? Because I think that the reason they went with the darker gray was to imply that it's like cave-like or underground. Okay. Oh, stuff is going down. Only downside a light-colored tree is the fall-off range. Oh, okay. Well, they are all there if you want them. You're seeing my posts like 5 seconds after I type them. Yes. Usually that is the case. They look great at a certain distance. Lights despawn, so make sure you have light trees close to you. Your playable areas. Not taken. Okay, before I go do that, yeah, I see what you mean. Green, Sakura. So I would probably do them at around that height, if not maybe a little bit lower or a little bit higher for my cliff map. And I'm gonna have like different levels. I might make it to where there's a lower level, but I can make the upper levels cut off view of them, of the trees, before they turn green. So like at this distance vertically, like downward, like right around here, I could just cut sight of them by having like platforms above the lower area, so that if you come out, like there would be overlap, there would be like an overhang, but it'd be like if you come out and you look up, the lip of the upper area comes out just far enough to block the trees, and then that would be pretty good. I think that's one of the things that that potentially being an older like being an older forger from before Halo 5, like a strength that gives us is because we're able to is this a recolor that I just have to turn off? Like this, because what it does is it gives us the ability to just say, yeah, no, I know, no, it's not. Oh wait, are they not shiny? That might be what it is. Is going with the flow of the object instead of retexturing it, instead of thinking in terms of retexturing all the time, because it's like, okay, it was just the column option I had. Because if you have it in your head that you can retexture all the time, it kind of like changes how you approach things, is what I'm saying. This isn't a bad coolness. Okay. But that's just the floor pattern. So basically what I'm trying to say is that like you had to go with the flow and reach, and so it kind of gives you like a perspective on it that's a little different. I kind of like that one. I kind of like this one, but it feels like it loops weirdly. Like it cuts itself off. Oh wait, I can make those cracks more prominent. Yeah. Okay, what are y'all saying? Y'all are saying, oh, note taken is what you said, not taken. Let's see. Yeah, if we had an actual foliage color picker, there would be no fall off range. Exactly. The pink trees would work really well for a cyberpunk theme. The acacias fit well on this map, to be honest. They do fit really well on this map. But to be fair, it was never supposed to be a wait, where's the Forerunner missive if not there? Really? It's the lip? I guess they know that you're going to want to... Okay, let me make sure I got all these. They know that you're going to want to make the lips pretty because this is one that's got an opening, so they went with making the lips like having its own texture, I suppose. But yeah, let me go to the floor panel. I think the floor panel would be the best one. Nope. I think adding some texture to it would be cool. Let me look at how they look on the bottom, because that's where you're really going to be looking, I think. But that's not. But the texture isn't necessary. Okay, they will fit well here, and I think I'm going to fill up the area with them. As far as like adding a bunch of random lines to it may not be the best bet. I might go back to the Forerunner metal and just leave it at that, because none of them go in this hex pattern. Anyway, so the reason that like I'm gonna have the microbiomes that don't, you know, match a sort of like pre-designed thing, you know. So we will see if I go with that or not. But basically, what I'm saying is the acacia trees will be around, and then the microbiomes will have these weird like waterfalls and stuff like that on them. And stuff like that. So the acacia trees being around the rest of the map will definitely make it feel more alive. So yes, in other words, what I'm trying to say is, yes, I will almost certainly use the acacia trees as they are in every way, and frequently on this map is what I'm saying. But aside from that, I need to look into using the other trees as well. That's weird. It's a banished trim. Looks cool. What's up with this banished trim? It's all messy. But yeah. So I don't know if you understand what I'm trying. Why? Like, yeah, I don't know. I think it was this one originally, or something. This one isn't bad. It actually matches pretty well with the shape of it, due to the scale. The one that it was originally with stopped matching with the scale. I think it's this one. This one matches the scale very nicely. Yeah, I might go with this one. Looks pretty good. And then I'll change its color. Let's see. I kind of lost track of what I was saying halfway through that, so pardon me if I was not making any sense half the time. But yeah, let's see. Because I was trying to do this and that at the same time. That's not what I want. I think I might want to go with the blue. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been doing this. I'm adding a Halo Reach Forerunner blue to a lot of this stuff to make it feel more Forerunner in general. And maybe it's not on the... Maybe this is on the broken installation 04 instead of the Zeta Halo. Who knows? But it's got hex columns, so maybe not. I don't know, the blue looks a little weird. But I will have energy barriers there, or like energy fields there, and glass. So adding those together might be a good idea. Unique's going to use acacias on the pit remake he's got going on right now, which we're in the middle, original behind the concrete walls. Other pits won't have acacias, so those remakes are now incorrect. Ha 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 ha. Victory. Someone is trying to get in here, and it is my son, and I don't know if it's what it's about. He probably wants me to set him up with Halo, though. If I had to guess, he's like, new map, new map. I'm gonna have to let him in a minute, and probably go off and do my thing. But until then, I will finish up a little bit more, and we can keep chatting. Did you ever listen to the Hunt the Truth podcast? Oh, wait. Hunt the Truth. Yes, I think so. Wait. I don't remember. I don't remember. I need to, if I don't. Like, I actually missed the entire thing with Locke's, Agent Locke's stuff, too. Which was disappointing, because now like you can't find it anywhere or something. I couldn't find it anywhere whenever I went looking for it a while back. And I was like, I completely missed it, and I was like, they do realize that like when people want to consume a media, they don't want it to be impossible to consume that media over time, right? Like that's like the reason Netflix is popular, for example, is because you can just go and watch the movies and there's no fuss to it. You just go watch it, you know? And so I was like, why'd they take this off of Waypoint? What's going on here? What's wrong with them? Anyway, I'll be lurking for a bit. Germ guy, get Discord and join Will's server. Agreed. See, did you ever listen to the Hunt the Truth pod? Other pits won't have the acacia trees. Yes, exactly. Okay, just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Hello! I think Liam wants, he probably wants to play Halo, if I had to guess. I need him to, I need to, finish this thing, and then I'm going to. I just want to finish one of these hexes so that I can be done with that and be able to, okay, wait, hold on. I think it's one of these I need. Or something? Why is this not snapping correctly? Okay, that's better. Much better. He's okay to be in here for a minute. Let's see. MG, my son's name is Liam. Nice. We thought it was so original 4 years ago. Yeah. I think that the name got really popular because, I don't know, but there are some like movie actors like Liam Neeson and stuff like that that were very popular and all this stuff like that. Ours is because, we named ours Liam because, you know, my name's William, so we were trying to do a sort of thing, but not really, because, you know, naming your child after yourself is can be weird, by modern standards for some reason. But basically, at least in America, it's a weird thing that people have a hang up on. But the point is that, yeah, it's, people consider it a form of hubris or something, and I'm like, yeah, maybe. I think it's more of a connection to your child. You want them to, you know, have a bond to you, basically, in a way. An extra bond. Like if I die, he'll inherit like a connection to my name, for example. But yeah, his son's name will Lee. Liam Neeson's is or mine? Because yeah. Why is this one not wanting to like go straight? Did I angle it wrong? Oh wait, did I mess up the angle? No, I didn't tilt it. Let's see. This is supposed to be simple. To just line it up and snap. It works up there, and it's not working down here, I think. Yeah, it's poking through for some reason. And I have no idea why. I assume it's because I keep on basing them off each other's location, and this one is too thick. That is a reminder alarm of something. I don't know what it is, though. I think it's on my wife's phone. Okay, here we go. Now we have glass all the way around, and they may not actually be perfect glass, because I didn't, the scaling on all of these sides is apparently a little different. Ah! And it'll shoot up through there, and then I'm gonna set an energy thing, and that will be the end of what I do today. But, his grandson will just be L. My firstborn is going to be called Gamer1. Nice. Keep getting shorter. His grandson will be named L. Yeah. Let's see. Let me do energy beam. Let's see. Here's my question. Which kind of energy beam should I do? Because there's... Not that one's too big. And I can scale it later, but obviously not going to worry about that. I was going to do energy barriers around instead of glass, but then I realized, first off, you can't scale them yet, so... That won't work. But secondly, I was like, okay, that's not gonna work because of a number of reasons. I want a flow, so it looks like it would push things. This is the one that fades. as you get farther away. Man, that music is really annoying and probably copyrighted. Can you find... I need to find that. Turn it off. Not turn it off. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that area of the stream doesn't get copyright struck due to a copyrighted music being played. But yeah, who knows. Okay, so there's a beam, but we will change it to be... it implies it keeps going, but it also fades, so subconsciously people are going to look at it and immediately know that it's not going to keep going. And so, like the way that fades, it'll kind of be like an arrow. It'll be like it's going up that way. So it'll give the impression... Let's see, that's a pretty decent blue. And so then fusion coils will go shoom and shoot up through there. At least in theory. His grandson will just be L. Player 2 would be a cool name. Yeah. Gamer 1, Gamer 2, Player 2, Player 3, Player 4. So this might look a little more Forerunner once we get this thing done. I need to add some more Forerunneriness up here. These things are going to be floating. Energy, little energy balls between them. Is there... Where's the energy ball? Those are energy barriers. Energy bamf. Effects, energy glow. Covenant energy. Yeah, I don't think this is what I'm going for. The little ball doesn't have enough energy in it. I think I want to go for more of the small... There's like a small plasma, like electricity, plasma energy ball. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Medium, small, energy sphere, that's what I really want, small. Plasma energy tiny? Oh, okay, that's like a little teeny tiny one. That's not what I'm going for. I mean, it might be, but let's see. This one would be huge. And kind of... I know, buddy. Don't worry. I'm almost done. I know. You want to play Halo. It's like, you're playing, I want to play. Okay. That might be what I'm going for, but I think I might actually want to go with the tiny one. It kind of feels uncontrolled. Like it's too big. It's too large. I need to put the tiny and put it just in between here. What is going on here? Oh, okay. I think I just undid placing it. Okay, so world? No, I want to be object. There we go. So I can see the way it's rotating with the tilt. There we go. Okay, I'm about to read what y'all are saying. Thing 1, thing 2, yes. Like, thing 1 and thing 2. Thing 2 would grow up with an unsuperiority complex, yes. Looks pretty good. All the energy effects will be nice touch. Yeah, and expensive on my budget. So hopefully not too bad. Oh good, it's still there, it's just very subtle. If you look up there and notice that it's just floating and not touching, then you'll notice the electricity, so that should work. I know, buddy. I know. I know you won't play Halo. And now I just need to duplicate this around to each of these sections and make tubes, and make fusion coils, shoot up, like put gravlifts down here. I definitely need to put something down here that's like a base, or bury the gravlifts under the sand, so that, because they're really wide. The problem with the gravlifts is that they're... Okay, buddy, can you sit still for a second? Instead of trying to climb up on me? He's trying to go face to face with me so he can say, Halo. Yeah. You want Halo? That's what he likes to do. He climbs up onto my desk, he stands onto my chair, he stands up on my lap, and then he just stares me in the eyes, puts his face to face, he goes, Halo, whenever he wants to play Halo. That's the way he does it. It's really adorable. But right now, he's trying to climb on me, so I'm trying to get him to settle down. Let's see. So I'll duplicate that to this side. Oh, bud, watch out. Oh, I still have those sakura trees up there. That's one of the reasons why my budget is blown up to 28%. So that's a lot of lights. And a bunch of objects. But that's okay. They were just up there to show them off. So we're getting there. We're getting close to what we want. And over here is getting pretty cool. Is really cool and promising and showing what we plan for next time. This is just 3 trees. Let's see how much percent. 28% down to... Oh, that's only 3%. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's not too expensive. Yeah, that's easy. I could make my map like that. My kid takes the controller and runs off. Yeah, he does that too sometimes. But yeah, so I think that we might be done for today. Obviously, my son needs me to do something. So yeah, I'll end up catching you guys later. But in the meantime, I'll be working off stream, and you'll see where I am tomorrow. And if we, I am considering, because Klen has been on vacation. Nice, bro, looking good, thanks. Klen has been on vacation, and so he hasn't been able to do any of the scripting. Dad life, yeah. And I'm way ahead of him. The question is, I mean, he might be able to catch up really fast because he's really good at scripting, but the point is that I'm wondering if I shouldn't start also working on my other map because I haven't been doing that. So I got to work on hydrostatic at some point, but I kind of want to wait until I have water, because if I have water I can delete all of the energy barriers and put a water object there, and it'll be way cheaper. Back. You're just in time for me to be talking about what I'm going to do later and signing off. But yeah, so so sorry about that, Mr. Studio. So the point is that so I might work on the cliffside map, because you've got the sakura trees, Aaron, and they're all ready to go, and we just did a proof of concept of how that looked, so we can we might be able to we might go ahead and do that. Let's see. Tab back over to there, so that my mouse doesn't mess up my game. I just want a nice little view at the end there. The point is that so maybe I will pause on this map soon so that I can let Klen sort of catch up. The main reason I want Klen to be able to catch up is that I don't want to do the entire map visually without his input and then him get back and be like, I hate this. You know what I mean? I have no idea what he's gonna want, so it's like, in the end, don't worry, I'm coming. And then basically, whenever I get to that point, I want to be able to, I want him to be able to give me some feedback that I don't have to delete massive sections of the map or something like that. Like, he might get back and we might turn out, like, for example, let me do this. I know I already said I was gonna go, and so a lot of y'all probably left. I can't really see how many of y'all are still around, but anyway, because I'm on the weird screen. But, like, he might hate this, like, the way that we've got this set up. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. So I would have to find out from him. I know I've only used 25% of the budget. I get 80, he gets 20 for the scripts. So that should be a good split. My bases, as far as this part and this part are concerned, are pretty much done. That's really cool and exciting. But this part needs to be built, and this thing needs to be finished and rebuilt. And then this thing in the middle is all static objects, so it's building very quickly and easily. Anyway, the point is that I'm kind of rambling. The point is that I feel like I may want to pause this map for a bit while I go over to that one, since I've got the sakura trees done, and maybe do both. But for now, I will continue this one until I decide, and I might make that sort of like an announcement in the Discord or something like that, because I have woefully underutilized the announcements tab on Discord. I wish you could retexture these. You can't, and so that blue is wrong, and the metal is a little bit wrong, and yeah, but it's close enough that it's not a problem. It just kind of annoys me. These are gonna have glass in them, by the way. Like right now, you can like crouch into them and sneak through. But I'm gonna put glass in there and make them like cover that you can see through, so that you can, so people can't like hide behind them, but you can actually, like you could like hide maybe here, and people may not notice you, but they'll probably see your outline. And so yeah, you won't be able to hide behind the covers and like I'm here and you don't know I'm here, but you will be able to hide it for you know, from view. You can't hide from view, but you can hide behind it. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. Gotta be done. I'll catch you guys.